Matt's got 7. Time to resolve mulligans. I don't know if we've had a die roll yet.
They should have die rolled first before they do mulligans.
I'm guessing Matt won because Shaun is not even looking at his cards yet.
Right.
It's an old poker strategy, right?
Yeah.
You don't look at your cards until you have to.
Right.
Give away the least amount of information. Oh, actually, no, he's just keeping because Matt mulled, I guess.
Oh, I guess so, yeah. Shaun already made up his mind.
Tap land go. Tap land go.
Caves are really interesting in Shaun's deck because I understand wanting, the value late game. But with how aggressive he is, a tap land could be an issue. And then discovering, I want to call it cascading, discovering into a 1-drop can be rough at times.
And Matt's hitting the brakes right away with the Acolyte of Aclazot's, the 1/4. I'm going to go adjust the camera just a little bit.
So, of course, Shaun takes the attack just to get the trigger. He discovers into a torch, which is going to be great on the double striker there. Yeah, definitely keep that on top. As good as a blocker the 1/4 is, Shaun can still attack. So it's not really kind of stopping the aggression, maybe slowing the bleeding a little, but we'll see. Looks like Matt's thinking about what he wants to do. Yep. Petrify.
Rummage away a land. It gets blocked, of course. And, there's the all-star of the deck, Caprocti Sunborn. Has there been any damage yet?
No. Okay. Because everything's been blocked.
It looks like Matt has still just played... Oh, no, he played Petrify. Mm-hmm. Which he might be regretting a little bit.
Oh, that's a blocker.
Seeing the Sunborn here, but I'm sure the plan is going to be to trade that with the Sunborn.
Yeah, Matt's already saying,
he's like, can I block this, please? Please? Let's see if Shaun will let him. He's got three Sunfire Torches in the deck, so that could definitely, yep. He's got 2 of them right there.
This is an interesting spot because, you can equip and then sack the torch to kill the... It's a 5/2 or 5/3?
I think you want to kill the Gnar, yeah. It's a 5/2.
But just given that it, discovers into something, it's a little tricky, but I don't think there's anything it could really hit that's going to punish you.
I think you want to try and at least, do what you can to keep the Sunborn alive for an extra turn here.
Yeah, he could just attack with the, again, I don't know card names, but the 2/2.
Volatile Wander Glyph, I believe.
But Shaun says nuts to that. We're Boros. We attack.
Shaun being very clear about resolving his 4
He's
triggers.
very good about that. It's another torch.
There's the 3rd torch. It's going to land. So then I think we're going to resolve the Rummage. No? No discard, draw. Okay. Sack a torch. That will let Matt discover. And so the way Shaun has ordered it, he still has another Sunfire Torch trigger to go after the Gnar's Discover trigger. So he can potentially still choose to sack it and kill whatever the Gnar discovers into afterwards.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how that works because it's an attack trigger that...
Ooh, that's a really... I
think you should have put that in his hand, actually.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, it's just going to get killed
that's
here.
Easy pickings.
Wow. When this was just turned out to be an incredible turn for...
I was a little skeptical of
for
3
Shaun.
torches at first, but like I was saying earlier, I knew it would just screw up combat.
It's definitely overperformed. I don't think there's anything Matt can do here. Yeah, right? Yeah.
He could have sacked, but yeah, that's bad. You just end up taking more damage.
Matt takes 4 down to 16. Untaps and draws.
And he can turn this around. A single removal spell kind of puts him basically back at parity.
Yeah, for sure. I believe we know he has joined the dead. Let me pull up my photo here.
Oh, of their... Oh, smart, yeah.
He's got 2 dead weights, Tithing Blade, and Join the Dead, and Ray of Ruin. So yeah, lots of...
What is this?
Lots of options. That looks like a Neem Pakal to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to get a counter and make a gnome.
Another crazy bomb in this set.
Matt's definitely not in the best place to leverage it, but it could definitely get him back in the game. I believe Shaun took 1 damage there from the Acolyte, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, with a card like that, Matt's priced into attacking to get the most out of it.
Yeah.
Especially when there's a torch in play, so he has to get the counter on. Again, it's still not too rough, but ooh, okay, that's
Here's Strider number 1. So this is going to pump up the Wanderglyph, I guess. We can tap our Torch and our Dawnrunner to make the Wanderglyph a 4/2.
And I really think you just kind of...
Oh no, he's just going for the Discover here again.
He can tap his... yeah, there you go.
Well, but you could get the Rummage from the Wanderglyph if you want. It's just going to be the Vanguard.
I actually would have tapped the... again, card names. The 5-mana guy that... it pumps.
The Gold Fury Strider, I believe.
So he could have tapped 2 creatures again, push for damage. Matt's obviously not blocking, but at this point, he probably also wants to keep back blockers to keep the board from getting out of hand.
Could have equipped that
The
torch to something
yeah.
as well, turning the Strider into a 4/5, just so that it doesn't bounce off of the Acolyte.
Does Shaun have a, what is it, acrobatic leap?
He drafted one for sure.
Okay. Because that would be the only reason I think he'd keep up 1 mana. But at this point, yeah, Shaun's in the driver's seat, and Matt is pretty far behind.
Yeah, I think that was your one window to kill the Sunborn.
Exactly.
And it's probably just too late at this point. So we're going to exile Shaun's Iron Paw Aspirant. Maybe just representing the leap.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just kind of feeling like he doesn't need it.
Making him scared of it. Sending in... Oh, tapping him for a Guardian. Okay. And he's not going to get to make any more gnomes or grow a Neem with that play. But he's got a 4/4 flyer now, which might just be on blocking duty.
It's basically trying to trade with Shaun's 4/4 if getting the chance. But Shaun's already, flipped twice? Almost 3 times with it? Like, it's done plenty of...
It's like we're pumping up the Sunborn once here. Oh no, we're pumping up the Strider itself here. And rummaging with the Wanderglyph trigger. And we're playing one of these Cartographers. Get a map token.
I'm so surprised to see Cartographer in play. Not the best 3-drop, but obviously in this archetype, you just want material.
Yep. Tapping a couple more things. Yeah. It's just hard to... you might survive another turn here, but
yeah,
winning seems like a distant dream for Matt at this point.
This is actually a pretty complicated board.
Yeah. Matt trying to find the optimal line. I feel like pumping the Strider as much as possible, it being the Trampler,
Right.
seems like a good play, but we of course want to leave up at least something, at least a couple things for the Sunborn to tap. Discover every turn if we can.
Because even if this trades, like, this is not bad for Shaun at all.
Yeah.
He'll still have the Strider. He still has this 4-power Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really don't know how Matt gets out of this. Unless he has an unstable Glyph Bridge that no one saw. Like,
Looks like Shaun has really been able to churn through his deck pretty efficiently for a Boros player, for sure. I think the natural sort of thought process is that Boros kills you quickly. They shouldn't also have good card selection. But
shouldn't be
Shaun
outdrawing
says, why not both?
and that was one of the concerns of, like, the aggro archetype. I think it's really easy to run out of gas, especially in these colors when you don't have card drawing or the recursion of a black splash or something. But Shaun obviously making it work discovers quite an ability.
I believe this is 13 damage, represented 15 if he activated Strider twice. I'm not quite sure.
I think he only activated once because he tapped 2 things for the Discover trigger
Mm-hmm.
and then the Vanguard. Is
Yeah.
Vanguard attacking?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to make it indestructible here by sacking our petrified creature. We're going to trade these off and take 5. I think. All right. That's got another turn here.
And is he down to 2 cards?
Again, removal is not the worst thing here. Like, join the dead on the Strider might let you live another turn to find something else. So,
Yeah, he'll have to make some not great blocks, but interesting that he. So I guess he didn't draw land because I'd imagine. Oh, he couldn't even discover if he.
yeah, he needs one more land to
Ooh,
activate
he's
the
thinking of
volcano.
attacking.
Wants to make a gnome and grow a name. Does leave him with 1 fewer blocker, though. Or makes 2 gnomes here now, right? Yeah. 2 attacking gnomes.
He is able
He's got
to
his
sack them
own.
for life at least, but
Sure, yeah.
that's not gonna matter too much in a couple turns.
Shaun's going to take 3 here.
Okay.
Marionette. Again, the trample is the main concern here, though, right?
Right. Yeah, Shaun can actually. Oh, and also he has a torch, so
Yeah.
it's actually pretty simple. Especially he still has. Yeah, he can still discover. He still has a map token. Like,
I have to think that a removal spell would have been used at sorcery speed if he had one. So I think that's off the table.
unless Matt has a Cosmium Blast. Even that would be great.
True,
here.
true, yeah. Let's see how much Shaun wants to pump up to go all in here.
There's a lot of options. All of them are pretty good.
Yes, but pretty good is not good enough for
the finals.
for
You're
him.
right. You don't get here by just making pretty good plays.
Okay, there's one.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, we are putting all the eggs in the Strider basket. Shaun probably has correctly read that Matt doesn't have a instant speed removal that can kill it before it deals damage.
Right, yeah. Would have fired it off already.
And we're coming in with the Vanguard for good measure here, just as an extra 4. So that looked like 1, 2, 3, 6. That's a 9-5 trampler coming in.
Notably, Shaun didn't want to use the torch. I'd imagine he would have used it on the marionette.
Yeah, interesting. He wanted to keep the Vanguard at 4 power, I guess. Just so that...
I guess it makes it it's still lethal, right, because of trample? Yeah, actually, no, that makes sense. He's doesn't need to do it.
So this is only 4 damage getting through now.
But Matt's basically trading his board for it. Because the Vanguard will stick around, and then he still has...
We can sack something to the Vanguard to kill a Neem.
Matt counting it out, kind of seeing... Yep.
Oh. Yeah, we're sacking the map to the Vanguard. And we are sacking a Neem to the Acolyte to drain 1.
That feels bad.
But...
Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. So... I believe Matt will be taking 3 total.
Yeah.
Or 4, and then gaining 1 from the drain, going to 4. Everything dies. Matt's left with 3 1/1s. And he's got another chance.
Ooh, that
there goes Join the Dead. Get back a Neem.
It's still rough, though.
Is this going to be good enough? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Get back Warden. It's hard to imagine wanting to tap a bunch of your blockers down, but it might be mana efficient enough to still warrant taking.
Yeah. Because right now you're just trying to put as much stuff in the way and kind of hope you can dig through it.
I think we play those 2. We want to attack with our snail to trigger a Neem the first time.
Mm-hmm.
We would have 4
blockers,
potential blockers, including 2 1/1 gnomes that can be fairly expendable. He might be living here.
It's close, yeah. Because even on board, if Shaun just attacks with everything, he'll get some not great trades, but basically put Matt to 1. Yep.
Shaun says, I am not surprised by this at all. We attack with the snail. Shaun takes 1. Oh, Shaun's at 12 apparently. I missed something. There's Warden. Shaun is seeing into the future here. And,
politely explaining to his opponent, "You are dead on board, sir."
First match of the team draft finals in the book here, or first set, I should say. Yeah.
Or round, yeah, I never know how to say it.
A turn 1 landmark is not a bad thing. Basically,
full value,
sort of draw 2 cards there, right?
Yeah.
Matt is in awe over the
value.
power, and Shaun knew exactly what it was going to be there. Ready to discard immediately, and follows up with an ideal turn 2 Wander Glyph here. So Matt's got that 1/4 ready to block.
Shaun is very good about knowing where the game is going and headed, and kind of will do stuff like knowing what you're going to do.
Yep.
And it makes
Before
me
you do sometimes.
Exactly, yeah. And it's like, is he psychic, or do I just not pay enough attention?
Or am I that obvious?
Yeah, kind of all of the above. So we saw last game that, this was great at just giving him card selection, making sure he has always has something to do, and here even enables craft.
Yeah, pretty sweet 1, 2, 3 curve out there for Shaun. And not too upset at all over having to pitch an extra land. And Matt is not milling with the marionette?
That is strange.
Is that ever the correct choice?
I can't imagine.
He's got another chance in his deck. Like,
I wonder if he has that little... he milled the Join the Dead last game, so maybe he has that on his mind.
actually, yes, now that you mention it, when we played against him in the semis, he told me again how much he hates the feeling of self-mill whenever it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
exactly.
It sticks with him.
I tried to tell him, just think of it like putting the bottom two
Right.
in your graveyard
Yeah,
instead,
it's all technically
and it's
random.
the same. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's a card.
Okay. Shaun is like, wow, that card works the way you say it does.
4 mana 4/4 right here.
Could potentially put a stop to this landmark. I forget what it's called on the back.
Thinking about Shaun's deck, does he have... Do we see any removal other than the torches? I guess when you have two of them, it doesn't matter.
A rumbling rock slide, I believe. Ooh, what just happened?
Double sack the torch.
Double torch sack.
Yeah.
And we're taking 3?
Isn't that...
Was the Dawn Runner able to attack this turn? Or was it tapped to something?
No, it should have all attacked because he wouldn't need to tap anything. He would need to attack with it, actually. So that would have been 2, 4, 5?
Okay.
Yep.
That really hurts. I have to imagine that Matt was hoping that that flyer would buy him at least a turn.
Matt attacking because he knows he's not going to be able to block. Oh, there we go. Okay.
And here is the Malicious Eclipse, which is going to wipe out his own board.
The old 3 for 2.
But the pressure is greatly reduced here. We're going to go play our Raptor, hit for 1, play a 2-drop,
Shaun
and
just rebuilds.
quickly rebuilds.
6 mana. Okay, see,
Hey,
there we
here's
go.
the Sandwing. Okay. Now this one surely has to stick, right? It would have to be a land rock slide here. Sunborn can still attack into it, though, so that's going to be quite good next turn.
So it's a bit of a speed bump, but Matt actually has to like take control of the game now. He's really thinking about this.
Yeah, going into the tank now. How do I possibly... I'm not even stabilized yet, so we can't even think about winning yet. We just need to...
Right, we're still on step 1, is like not die. Oh, okay.
Okay,
All right.
that's step 1 complete. Sure. Send it back.
Makes me curious what his other options were if he was thinking about that. That seemed pretty clear. Maybe he was considering flipping his cave. Maybe he didn't want to tap out of black, but...
Glorifier, get rid of our worthless ground creature, and come in for with a 5/4 and a 2/5. So the 5/4 can technically be blocked. I'm sure we have to... Oh.
Rip. No, I think that makes sense. Him just throwing away the flyer is not going to
Couldn't
really pan out.
the Sandwing block a 5/4 technically?
Isn't the Sandwing a 3/5?
It's a 3... Oh, I thought it was a 3/6. Is it a 3/5?
I believe so.
Yep, you're right.
3/5.
It's a 3/5. My mistake.
It kind of feels like toughness is infinite on that thing.
Yeah. Tithing Blade is going to take out the Glorifier. On
Tithing Blade
Shaun's
is
side.
a tough card in this matchup.
Yeah, this has got to be the worst matchup
Especially
for it.
Yeah, especially when he already has a Petrify. So that's a non-bow, but do what you got to do.
We're going to go ahead and discover here. Aspirant.
Oh, that's good too.
That could...
Yep.
I was going to say that could lead to a chump block on the Raptor. No, my mistake. Yeah. Puts him to 2.
He gains, goes back up, but yeah, he needs something good here to stay in it. If we see him flip the cave, we know he's in trouble. He's really not that far off from stabilizing, but yeah, that Raptor
Looks like we are in desperation mode here.
Yep.
Discover and pray. Nope. Discover 4, not 5. We get the Acolyte. Yeah, I think that's going to do it.
Yeah. I mean, he can jump, but that's not... Oh, no, wait, that would be... Yeah, he can jump for a turn. That's not great.
But we're going to call it a day.
Yeah.
Shaun with the clean 2-0. It's going to even up the match score at 1-1.